for all your vinyls, vehicle graphics and vehicle signage, contact the Vinyl Guys. I'll leave all the links in the description down below. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. What we're going to be doing is making a mini table saw sled for my new Dewalt DW 745. Why I'm making a mini one is I haven't got a mitre saw anymore to chop longer lengths into the sizes of one. So all I'm going to do is make a mini table saw sled, so when I cut the longer lengths into sections I can leave them an inch oversized and then cut them on the mini table saw sled into the sizes I want. So stay with me and I'll show you how I make mine. Right, so as you've just seen, I've got this piece of oak that's going to be used for the runner. I've just measured the width of the slot now and I need 19.22mm. So I'm going to set the saw at 19, well just a little bit over 19, and we'll try it in the slot, and if it needs adjusting then we'll trim it down a little bit more. Right, as you can see, it's a little bit too tight, too big, sorry, to go in the slot. So I'm just going to adjust the fence now and take it over a little tiny bit. Right, let's go in a little bit more. Right, as you can see there, I'll zoom in. That's running freely in the slot. There's no play in it, and it's just slightly underneath the lip of the table. Right, so what I need now is a measurement from this side of the blade to the edge of this table, which is 11 inches. I've got this piece of MDF scrap, so I'm going to cut 11 inches. Right, I've got my square of wood now, a piece of MDF, 18mm MDF. I've got my oak runner cut to size, and I've got a scrap of wood what I'm going to use for my back fence because I know this piece is square. So all I'm going to do is put the runner into the track, put some dabs of glue down it, and then put the piece of wood on top of it. I'm going to let it dry for a while, and I'm going to turn it over, drill some holes, countersink them, and put some screws in it. Well, first of all, what I'm going to have to do is put some little washers in the track, because my runner is a little bit underneath the surface of the table, which you want to aim for really. I'm going to put some washers down in the track. Or you could use pennies, anything what's thin enough really, all equal size. So I'll just show you there now. Put some pennies down in the track. and that'll bring it level with the table. So I'm just going to put some dabs of glue on it. You don't want to put too much glue on it and then spreading out all over your table. Right, what I'm going to do, so I'll mark this corner so I know where the square is. I know this edge is square and I know the bottom edge is square. I'm going to line this up with the edge of the table. You will probably get a little bit of squeeze out coming out onto your table. And then all I want to do is put something heavy on there, leave it for half an hour to go off a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Right, as you can see, I've removed it from the table saw now. All I'm going to do is pre-drill it with a 3mm drill bit, and I'm going to countersink it. So I'm going to put some series of screws in down along the length. I'm just going to put one in either end at the minute and then it don't move on me. So I say it's only been about half an hour, so the glue's still a bit wet. Right, so you can go ahead now and put all the rest of the screws in. There you go. Just run a little tiny bit of sandpaper over them where they've broke out a little bit. Right, so this is the back end of my sledge, whichever. This is a piece of wood I'm going to attach to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill a series of holes underneath the wood. I'm going to put one screw in this corner, and then when I put it onto my table saw and raise the blade, I'm going to use my engineer's square to get it perfectly at 90 degrees with the blade. So all I'm going to do now is turn this over, drill a hole through. In fact, I'll clamp it while it's here now. And then I know roughly where the holes are going. So I'll drill about 5 holes underneath, countersink them, and I've got the 1.5" number 8 wood screws to put in. So I'm just going to put one in this corner first, put it on the table saw and get it all square. Right then, so all I've done on this now, I've put a screw in this end. I'm going to get my engineer's square, I'm going to run it up against the blade, make sure it's not touching the teeth. In fact, I'll put the blade up. Like so. And I just line it up and line the board up there. As you can see zoomed in there. Got no gap along the back and there's no gap along the blade. So I'm just going to finish putting the screws in there now and then we'll go from there. Right, I've put all the screws in. As you can see there, I've put 3 lines on with the engineer square. I'm going to line the line up with this edge. I'm going to line this line up with the edge of the piece of wood on the sled. And we'll see how accurate it goes. Just be careful that you haven't got any sort of protection from this side of the blade before you start it up. You can see there, it's cut right on the line. Just get your engineer square. And that's absolutely perfect. Right on the money. Right, as you can see, you can just about see the pencil line where I've cut right through. You can see it. There you go. Perfectly square. And that's a 3.5 inch piece of wood. And that's the sled there. It's just made out of scraps. As you can see, it's not pretty, it's rather dirty, but it works. That's took me probably 3/4 an hour to do. Yeah, the longest thing about doing this is waiting for the glue to go off, but I suppose if you use the super glue with the instant fix, then you could do it in probably less time than that. But apart from that, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down and leave me a reason in the comments why you don't like it. Like I say, I'm only learning, same as everybody else. I'm more professional at doing these sort of things, but I'm learning as I'm going along, and hopefully I can pass what I'm learning on to somebody else who's just learning. If you can see me sweating, it's absolutely red hot in here today. It's got to be over 100 degrees. I've got my fan going in here and it's still not cooling it down, it's just absolutely roasting. But we all complain about the cold weather, now we're complaining about the warm weather. But yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions, please leave a comment in the section down below. I'll leave all my social media links in the description down below. My Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, they're all down there. I'll leave links to the vinyl guys down there. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope it helps you out for a little easy project to do. I think the next project I'm going to be doing is making the actual table to put the saw on, because as you've seen, the table is actually standing about 3.5 foot off the floor, and it's a bit unsafe to be using it like that at the minute. So I'm going to be making some sort of stand to put it on, so it's at a reasonable working level. But, right, enough waffling on. I'm going to go and jump in a cold shower and then edit this later. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.